What what are these? You mentioned a couple like the copper nose bluegill. Is that what you said?
Uh-huh.
And then those couple shad species, the threadfins.
Yeah, so we grow copper-nosed bluegill, and we utilize red ear sunfish as well. It's another perch basically that they're not as they don't reproduce at the rates that bluegill do, but they don't directly compete with them. And
Hmm.
then they also eat snails, and some of your parasites spend a portion of their life cycle on a snail, and so they help with parasite control. Red ear, and then we also use fathead minnows, which is a just a kind of a slow minnow that it doesn't stick around long, but if it's a new body of water, they're very important in growing your fingerlings to the next stage. And that's something that we really try to dial into, right? Like if we're going to try, if we're in a really intense trophy management scenario, then at every single life stage of that bass, we want it growing the most it possibly can, right? Getting them to fingerlings, past that fingerling stage to where they can eat bluegill, we really depend on fathead minnows and making sure at that point of their life cycle there's a really high population of fathead minnows. And then generally the fatheads are kind of slow and dumb, and they get smoked, they get eaten and are no longer in existence. And so we're on to we've got our bluegill population thriving and our threadfin shad population thriving. And it bumps them to that next size class, and then trying to manage for really large forage species where a trophy bass can be lazy and just eat. It doesn't have to constantly eat and burn calories. It can stage along some type of structure and gulp something big down and put on weight. And so, but it's really important. Any of those you miss, the overall potential, the end potential decreases, right?